The Red Death is coming. But not yet. Hello, scaredy cats. Welcome to Jump Scare, the weekly show where I bring you guys into the world of horror. Frightening world of horror. And I am your host, Cierra Caballero. The TV on my grandfather's counter flickered, and I had just finished exploring around his house and studying many of the antiques that he owned. Soon, my fascination switched over to a film that was playing on the television. It had a castle on fire, creepy wax figures, and Vincent Price. The film, as I would later find out, was House of Wax. The 3D spectacular, of course. It was, of course, my first Vincent Price film. House of Wax propelled Vincent Price's career and solidified him and his beginnings as a horror legend. Before he was the Merchant of Menace and the King of the Grand Guignol, he began his career on stage, including the successful Broadway adaptation of Victoria Regina in 1935, where he performed the Prince Regent. Vincent Price went on to begin his film career with Service de Luxe in 1938, which began his expansive career in the film noir and crime genre, including the popular Laura, Shock and The Web, and a ton more. After the success of House of Wax, Vincent Price went on to star in a plethora of horror films, including some of my personal favorites, including The Fly, Theater of Blood, House on Haunted Hill, Abominable Dr. Phibes, The Tingler, The Madhouse, The Bat, and Twice Told Tales. House on Haunted Hill used William Castle's Emergo tactic, which used the 4D jump scare. So when the skeleton rose from the acid, it flew towards the screen, soon prompting a plastic skeleton to fly out from a black box and out into the audience. And sadly, this method was stopped because pranksters decided it was funny to use slingshots on the poor skeleton. Rest in peace. He acted in an unprecedented 8 Edgar Allan Poe-inspired films directed by Roger Corman for his Edgar Allan Poe cycle, backed by the American International Pictures, or AIP, including Mask of the Red Death, House of Usher, The Raven, Tales of Terror,
Pinot Noir, Burgundy.
Correct.
Burgundy.
It's very good.
Correct.
I don't believe it.
and Pit and the Pendulum. If you want an unexpected treat, check out The Witchfinder General, directed by Matthew Revell, where Price plays a chilling villain based off of the real-life Matthew Hopkins. It was a film I did not expect to chill me to my bones. And of course, you can't forget Gordon Hessler's The Oblong Box and Cry of the Banshee, both backed by, of course, AIP. Notably, Price also portrayed the campy villain, The Power, with his power of egg puns. It is excellent. Naturally, he has egg-shaped weapons as well. He was a master criminal and, of course, genius. And he was one of the only two Batman 1960s villains to deduce the real identity of Batman being, of course, Bruce Wayne. I bet Batman scrambled to cover that fact back up. Ooh. Cracking the case. Besides film, Price had a love for food and art. He wrote a beloved recipe book, A Treasury of Great Recipes, with his wife, Mary Price. The book has become a collectible and has recently released its 50th anniversary edition. We all know Vincent Price is known for his delicious cooking.
What was that? Where are my dogs? Where are my babies?
Well, if Monsieur cannot do without his dogs, then he shall have his dogs. Perhaps. You see, Monsieur, 2 dogs, 2 pies. We knew that Monsieur would be hungry.
If you don't know that Vincent Price loves art, let's begin with the fact that he has his own art museum. Yes, check out the Vincent Price Art Museum at the East Los Angeles College. The museum has had a presence on campus for over 50 years. Price made his first visit to the campus in 1951 and continued to visit throughout the years and donated over 90 pieces of his own personal art collection to the school in 1957. Over the course of 4 decades, Vincent Price continued to give about a total of 2,000 pieces, and now the museum holds over 8,000 pieces from Price's collection. He was a true art connoisseur and a champion of European, Mesoamerican, African, and Native American art. Because of his love for Native American art, he was appointed to the Indian Arts and Crafts Board under Eisenhower. Isn't that insane? That's awesome. And he also supported the Institute of American Indian Arts in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So don't forget to check out the Vincent Price Museum at vincentpriceartmuseum.org. Before acting, he studied art history and English at Yale and also taught at the Cartland Institute of Art at the University of London. Price authored the Vincent Price Treasury of American Art in 1972, which so happens to be one of the first large art books that I have ever owned and was fascinated by as a kid. I remember flipping through all of the pictures and just oohing and awing at all of them. There was this one photo, I don't know, I really love realistic looking paintings of people. I love portraits. And there was this one of this woman just laying on the ground. And it was just the most beautiful painting. I don't remember the name of it, but it was gorgeous. He was also a lecturer who taught at the East Los Angeles College. He taught at a ton of colleges, that one being, of course, primary since his museum was there. He returned to his theater roots in the Broadway musical Darling of the Day. It was his first appearance in Broadway since 1954. But near the end of his career, he worked alongside Tim Burton to bring the brilliant animated film Vincent in 1982 to life. It's alive! Such a good film, by the way. You should totally check it out. The story follows Vincent, who aspires to be an actor like Vincent Price, but loses himself in macabre dreams. And naturally, Vincent Price narrated. The last time Price worked with Burton was Edward Scissorhands, where he portrays the beloved inventor who gifted Edward with hands, but we know how that ended. Besides other films and stuff, Vincent Price lent his voice to many other popular projects, including The Monster Mash, his last film, The Thief and the Cobbler, Michael Jackson's Thriller, Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare, and a ton more. But his legacy does not end there. His daughter, Victoria Price, is keeping his legacy alive. She goes around and she tours and she talks about her father and her own personal stories. It's amazing. And if you ever want to see Victoria Price live, go to her website. Victoria Price. Link right here. Check it out. If you want to know more about Vincent Price's relationship with Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, and the whole gang, I will do another episode focusing on the kings of horror. And we, of course, will talk about Hammer and AIP and all of those films as well. Well, that's it for this week's Jump Scare. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite Vincent Price film is, or if you've ever been to the Vincent Price Art Museum. I want to hear about your experience there because I want to go so badly. And be sure to like and subscribe to the PNTV channel on YouTube and check out our Patreon for bonus content. And a huge special thanks goes out to our sponsors, Famous Monsters of Filmland. And until next time, stay spooky, my friends, and watch Vincent Price movies.